Welcome back to JeremyTiki Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Last time we tried a Lilith run and got get out of jail free card on the first floor, and then tried to make it to Mega Satan, but got our ass kicked by a combination of poor Ipecac play and Mom's Heart. So let's try that again today and see what we can work out on it. I'd really like to be able to get Mega Satan cleared with all of the characters and get the Mega Satan head. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Mega Blast. But it's the first 12-room charge item, I believe. And that might sound excessive and like a lot, but what actually happens is you get an active item that's Mega Satan's head. And what the actual effect is when you use it, you get to use the Mega Satan Blast, like whenever you're in the Mega Satan fight. Which is this... It takes up almost half of the screen whenever you fire it. And it's so powerful, it actually pushes the character who's using it backwards. So you have a hard time moving forward. It's kind of like a jet, it propels you. And if you move the same way it's moving, it'll actually push you faster than you walk. It does tons and tons of damage. But the downside of it is it takes 12 rooms to charge. Which means you usually only get to use it once, maybe twice per floor. But what really makes up for it is the fact that when you use it, it actually has an endurance effect that lasts between rooms. So I think it shoots for like 30 seconds, and that's 30 seconds between all of the rooms. So once you fire it, like if you're in the starting room and you fire it, it'll go for 30 seconds even if you leave the room, unlike other items like Krampus's head, which end as soon as you leave the room. So it has some really interesting pluses and positives and negatives about it. And well, I got it on a daily run one time, but that was no. Got trapped in his poop. But that's the only time I've ever actually gotten to use it so far. One of the Ooh, man. I need to pay more attention to where I'm going. Pretty bad when Larry Jr. is kicking your ass. But, it came up on one of the first dailies that was released. And I got to play with it a little bit then. It was released in Deal with the Devil. But that's the only time I've been able to really use it. It seemed like it was a pretty interesting idea. But, I guess only time will tell. Because Krampus's head seemed like a good idea at first, too. And it was when it was a 3-charge item. Now, you usually don't see people take Krampus's head too much, simply because it takes too long to charge up. And Mega Blast takes even longer to charge, so we'll find out. I think I'm going to open this stone chest, because usually stone chests have pretty good payouts. Yeah, I got my bomb back at the very least, so I mean, it was technically worth it. Plus, I think I got 6-7 cents maybe out of that, which gets me almost enough to get into my shop on this floor. Which would be good if I could get something good out of my shop. I'm also going to be looking to buy a lot of the special cards, the playing cards with the playing card back, because I want to find a get out of jail free card. Because the other options to get to Mega Satan are play the self-sacrifice room, which you don't always have enough health to play the self-sacrifice room. Especially when you're as terrible as a player as I am. You don't get to build up health very often. Or sacrifice your deal with the devil to get a deal with the angel instead, which is also something I'm not terribly interested in doing. Which I guess it could be something good, because I have... Oh, I was going to say I have Godhead unlocked, but I guess that's not technically true. It used to be Godhead was... all of the lost items, not including Mega Satan, because Mega Satan didn't used to be a requirement. But I guess now you don't get Godhead unless you have Mega Satan unlocked. I don't like this game. This is not a fun game to play here. There we go. Oh, I didn't even see that Tented Rock. That's a nice little bonus for getting hurt. But, yeah, I guess I don't have Godhead unlocked. I really thought I did. Oh well. Sticky bombs. But, yeah, the other option is go and get a deal with the angel room. I really would rather not get angel deals, because they're usually pretty terrible. And I really, obviously, you see I take a lot of damage, so I probably won't have the health to get a deal with the angel. Or, I mean, do the self-sacrifice room. I'm just going to hope that I can find a get-out-of-jail-free card. And the other option, of course, is Dad's Key, which I don't really want to do either, because having Box of Friends, when you use it properly, is a really good thing. And clearly, I mean, I'm not using it properly by letting a 4-charge sit there since the beginning of the room. But, yeah, so Dad's Key's kind of out of the question with that as well. So then the last option is get out of jail free card, which I can only hope to find because there's no guarantee it'll show up on this run. Or that I'll even find one. I just got really, really lucky last time. Yeah, because I don't know, I'm a masochist or something like that. But why not add another Bob's Brain? I don't have a lot of damage yet, and there's no guarantee I'll get a lot of damage. So I have to take every opportunity to help. Plus, my defense is kind of buffed because I have shielded tears. So a lot of enemy bullets aren't going to be able to get to me. Athame. Athame's... You know what? Let's try going deal with the angel this run. Why not? Mainly because I really don't want to take Athame. Athame's really... It's one of the deal with the devil items that I think is really terrible. And you only take it because it's a deal with the devil item. Oh! 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 Man, you see that dodge? That was pretty good. Maybe I'm finally getting into my groove. Or it could just be pure luck. Probably just pure luck. That dodge was pretty impressive for me. Anyways, Athame is kind of one of those items I think people only take because it's a deal with the devil item that gives precedent. Kind of like Brother Bobby and Sister Maggie. Because I really dislike Athame. I think it's kind of a useless item. I'm not totally against the items that only work when you get damage. Like, I think Piggy Bank's a good item. Gimpy's a great item. But Athame, its effect duration's too short. If you're going to give, like, an offensive punch on damage, like with Athame, where it gives you a quick offensive blast, you need to increase the duration of it a little bit. Because 9 times out of 10, we've kind of trained ourselves that as soon as we get hit, you need to immediately get away from the damage, the source of damage. And Athame kind of throws that into the fire, because then with Athame, you don't want to get away, you want to stay close so that you can keep hitting the enemy, right? Ah, crap. So it kind of... I think that's why a lot of people don't like it, and myself included in that, a lot of people, because it breaks the way you're used to playing the game, which is immediately get away from damage. And if you don't do that... Oh, shit. Oh, right, I have that extra Spirit Heart. Well, I'm not dead. I was keeping track of... I keep track of my hearts in my head because of floors like this, actually, where you can't see your health. So most of the time I count how much damage I've taken in correlation to how many hearts I had on the last floor. And I forgot I picked up that Spirit Heart, or I would have been dead there. Right now I only have 1 red heart left, because I stepped on the spikes, which is 1 full red heart, or 1 full heart, which took my first Spirit Heart away. And then I got blown up by Bob's Brain right there, which took my other Spirit Heart away. Anyways, yeah, I think that's why people don't like Athame, myself included, because it breaks the way you're used to playing the game. Because, I mean, obviously it's not the it's not the item effect, because people love Maw of the Void, myself included in that. Maw of the Void is one of the best deal with the devil items there is. It's really powerful, and it's a really good effect. But Athame's not looked on as happily by the community, and I think that's why. It's just that very minor change of, is it a charge effect, or does it rely on you taking damage? So, I I really do believe that the duration is the main thing, because if it lasted for like 3 seconds or something like that, instead of just the quick 2-second burst it is, that might change things, because it would give you additional time to kill enemies. And the other side of it is, that's kind of correlated to that, is the Athame Black Ring, or the Maw of the Void Black Ring, gives you Sin Hearts, has the chance to give you Sin Hearts when you kill an enemy with it. But with Maw of the Void, that's great, because you can plan exactly when you release the ring, whenever you create the ring, and therefore you can plan just how much you can plan all of your damage around making sure you get the kill with that you kill the enemy with the ring, so that you have the highest chance possible of getting that Spirit Heart. But with Athame, 9 times out of 10, it's not planned, it's just accidental damage. So you have a much lower... Oh, wow. So you have a... I'm really regretting taking Bob's Rotten Head now. But, since you can't exactly plan it as well, it makes it less useful too. Because it's based off of, most of the time, or at least in my experience, accidental damage. Alright, let me just grab a drink real quick here. My throat's starting to get a little sore. But, ooh, I think that's the biggest part of what it is because you can't plan it. You don't have enough time to make sure you get the kill with the ring from Athame. So you have a much lower chance of getting the deal with the Devil Heart. So you don't like the item as much. It just kind of makes its own effect weaker, since you don't have control over when you use it. When you use the ring, that is. Oh wow, our shots are doing tons of damage now with that Proptosis pickup. That's really great. Grab that and no deal with the Angel. Maybe I did take Red Heart. I didn't think I did. I could have, I guess. No, see, I didn't take any Red Heart. Weird. I'm going to come back to that room, because I really do want to do it. I like stone chests a lot. Usually stone chests have good stuff inside them, like Cricket's head, or Guppy's head, or Guppy's tail. And I really do want to get it, but I don't want to get it without any Spirit Heart protection. Like that. Want that. I really want that. I'll waste another. Damn. Alright, now I'm much more confident that I'm okay. But yeah, I think that's why people dislike Athame. Because the main point of Athame is to deal, or the main point of using those Black Ring items like Athame and Maw of the Void is high damage that has a high chance of resulting in a Black Heart. And Athame kind of does away with both of that, because you can't predict your damage, and you have a much lower chance of getting a Black Heart because you don't have... shoot. Because you can't plan... Oh, man, I really just messed that room up, didn't I? Oh, the poop. Wow. But because you can't time your damage on it, and you have a lower chance of getting a Spirit Heart from it, or a Sin Heart from it. But that's just my 2 cents. Again, it's not like I have statistics to back up any proof for this. This is just what my thought is on why I dislike the item, because it removes most of its usefulness. So take that with what you will. And I also think Bob's Brain's a good item. I give it shit on a lot of my runs whenever I pick it up. But I think Bob's Brain is a legitimately good item. Especially because it gives you so much power very early on. I'll take Spider Bond. It gives you so much power so early on. I think that's what the main draw of it is to me, because I'm very much I don't really know how to explain it, but I value damage. Oh crap! This is probably the end of the run for me here. I hate these guys. I hate disappearing enemies so much. That's like the worst type of enemy for me. Disappearing enemies and jumping, but I already hoping that would give Spirit Heart. 2 Alga's Rune. With an Alga's Rune, I could probably beat the one enemy that an Alga's Rune isn't going to help a lot with. sustain. Since this dick likes to stay underground. Hopefully if I just stay in one spot long enough, I can trick him into staying up, which is exactly what happened. Man, no deals at all. That's kind of surprising. I would have expected at least one deal by now. I mean, I know I passed up the original deal with the devil, but I would have thought the deal with the angel would have picked up. Apparently not. Snubbed the devil and the angels don't like me. Oh well. I think I'm gonna go back and... Oh, shoot. Man, that was really not good. That could have cost me the game there. Not paying attention to those damn spiky chests. I was too busy looking at the map and trying... Oh wow, this is bad. Man, I must have a really... Oh, I have a pretty good luck stat. I'm surprised that hasn't paid out yet. I need to be careful too, because if it pays out with a fly, and the fly kills me, I'll be super unhappy about that. Oh well. Anyways, I think Bob's Brain's a good item, because it gives you a lot of damage really early on. And I think that's a lot more useful than people give it credit for. I mean, it is dangerous to use, because it has that high chance of hurting you if you're not careful with it. But I think the risk reward in that is worth it. But then again, that's the kind of game I like to play, is really high risk with high reward. If you haven't noticed yet. I'm kind of uncomfortable with this because of those spinning attacks. I really dislike the spinning attacks. I think it's a fun fight, and Mega Fatty's never fun either. But it kind of throws me off sometimes, especially if I'm not concentrating all the way. And I can't concentrate very well whenever I'm trying to keep talking over and over. While I'm keep talking over and over. I can't focus as well while I'm talking. Or don't kill me. Ah. Man, I am just not doing good tonight. Today's been a long day trying to get this monitor set up, so I'm not doing so great. This is a terrible start to my Isaac career too. So far I've done 4 videos, this one included, and I've played 5 rounds and lost 3 out of the 4. That's terrible, terrible. Oh well, it's actually getting late for today, so I think I'm gonna call it with this one, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and if you like my videos, please comment, like, and subscribe. It means a lot to somebody starting out on YouTube like me, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next